I'd like to talk today very briefly. Here's a rough teenager's guide to the concept of going off on a frolic of your own in the context of corporate responsibility. In the UK, a corporate is a company, it's an entity, and in the UK, they have a personality, a legal personality. So they are regarded at law as people, like I'm a person, like you watching this is a person. Because in the UK, a corporate is regarded as a person, that means that a corporate can be prosecuted for doing things wrong. In order for a corporate to have a defence against being prosecuted for wrongdoing, it has to be able to demonstrate that it did not authorise that thing to be done. A good way of a corporate demonstrating that its employee did something which it was not authorised to do is by demonstrating that that employee went out on something called a frolic of their own. Okay? Because normally, as a person employed by a corporate goes around doing their job, filling out the ledgers, carrying stuff around, doing whatever it is they're required to do in their job, they are part of the company. And those things that they do, the company is responsible for by virtue of something called vicarious liability. So if an employee of a company does something and that thing is wrong, then that company is responsible for the thing that that employee did by virtue of vicarious liability. Okay? However, a corporate can defend itself against this responsibility, this liability, by saying that that employee was out on a frolic of its own. Okay? That means that at the time that that employee did that thing, he was acting completely outside his instructions and he was on a frolic of his own. Therefore, the company wouldn't be responsible. Obviously, this is a generalisation as a guide, but in this, consider the responsibility of the directors, and the responsibility of the directors is really relevant and important. If the directors knew of what that person was doing and didn't stop that person from doing it, then the company would still be liable. Okay? So basically, what you've got is a corporate is a person. It's responsible and answerable at law in the UK, like me, like you. The corporate is responsible vicariously for the acts of its employees, and it has a defence of that employee going off on a frolic of its own. Okay, this is a really general point. It's just general to give you an idea. Obviously, there's lots of permutations, etc., 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 but that's a general point. If any lawyers are watching this and would like to add or comment, I'd be delighted to have samples, case laws, references under this film. Thanks, bye.